2 months down, 2.5 more to go. We got a great game coming your way right now. Top 10 battle, Tennessee and Florida. Enjoy.
For the first time in 5 years, Florida welcomes a #1 team in the country. And in spite of the fact that the students are on break for another week, the Rowdy Reptiles were lined up 7 hours ago for this one. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Outside, it's 43 degrees, chilly by Florida standards. Inside, red hot, and this should be a red hot game. The #1 team in the land and the only unbeaten left in Division I is Tennessee. Florida coming off a loss in which they scored 100 points. Florida has faced #1s before at home. They are winless, 0-5 and 2-17 all time. As for Tennessee, this is familiar territory. Rick Barnes has had his club at the top for 5 consecutive weeks. And what a matchup we have tonight. Welcome inside, everybody. Alongside Jimmy Dykes, I'm Carl Ravitch. A lot on the line, even though it's so early in the season. Tell me about the Gators' perspective for this game tonight.
Well, first of all, both teams, I believe, are Final Four good, and they're both chasing an SEC regular season title. A lot of pressure on Florida, I think, Ravi. You can't lose on your home floor. You went to Rupp Arena on Saturday. If you're the Gators, you allowed 106 points, and Tennessee's too good to allow that to happen tonight. Why is Tennessee #1? The nation's best defensive team in the country right now. They also have some offensive firepower. Tennessee, a complete team. They've handled every challenge so far this year.
All right, go with me here. They're dealing with Florida PTSD, post-3 stress disorder. Kobe Bryant had 7. They're going to have to deal with another guy that can shoot them.
Yeah, I like where you're at tonight. Well, Chaz Lanier, to me, is the best shooter in college basketball right now. I know Brea had a big game for Kentucky, but this kid consistently, he's second in the nation, Ravi, making almost over 4 threes per game, which leads Division I, by the way. Walter Clayton Jr. is the answer for Florida offensively. A point guard last year, and now assumes the point guard spot. He's a bucket maker, though, is what he is, averaging about 19 points a game. It's a loaded Florida backcourt. Lanier, Clayton Jr., classic, hard to guard.
2 other guys that Jimmy's talking about, this 3-headed monster in the backcourt for Florida. Elisha Martin, who is a transfer, and Will Richard. Those 3 can score. And that is the guy who is arguably the best defensive point guard in the country. He was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. And this is going to be one of those where Florida scores a lot and Tennessee doesn't give a lot. And which team is able to impose their style and their will